In a few short years, cryptocurrencies have turned the financial industry on its head, creating a new breed of billionaires through savvy trading and investing in digital assets. But with great power comes great responsibility, and the world of crypto has been marred by mysterious deaths of several billionaires. Things took a real turn for the industry when the death of 4 crypto billionaires within a month caught the crypto community's attention. The deaths occurred under suspicious circumstances, and some of these billionaires had even raised alarms about being in danger beforehand. The spiral started towards the end of October 2022, when Nikolai Mushegian, co-founder of Maker DAO, was found dead under mysterious circumstances on a Puerto Rican beach, just hours after tweeting that intelligence agencies were after him. The circumstances surrounding Mushegian's death were sketchy and confusing. The details of the crime scene are too gruesome to describe here, but it was a mess. The initial police investigation suggested that Mushegian may have committed suicide, but his family and friends quickly pointed out that this seemed highly unlikely. Mushegian's friends and colleagues described him as a cheerful and optimistic person who was passionate about his work and had a promising career ahead of him. They found it hard to believe that he would take his own life, especially given his progress and career at Google. Moreover, he had no history of depression or mental health issues, according to his family and friends. They also pointed out that he had no apparent motive for suicide, as he had no financial or personal problems.
Very well-known and extremely wealthy crypto entrepreneurs have unexpectedly been found dead in the wake of the crypto market downturn.
As news of Mushegian's death spread, speculations and rumors about what might have happened to him began circulating. Some suggested that he may have been involved in a dangerous project at Google that led to his death, while others speculated that he may have been a victim of foul play. The circumstances of Mushegian's death were also called into question by several online forums and social media platforms. This suggested to the people that the police investigation had been rushed and incomplete, that there were many unanswered questions left surrounding Mushegian's tragic death. Park Mo, a prominent figure in the South Korean business world and the vice president of Vidente, a technology and entertainment company, was found dead in his office in Seoul on May 14, 2018. The details around his death were sketchy, raising questions about what happened to him. According to reports, Park Mo was found lying on the floor of his office with a plastic bag over his head. The initial police investigation suggested suicide, but many people near Park Mo quickly dismissed this theory. They pointed out that he was a successful businessman without any apparent reason to take his own life. Park Mo was known for his astute business understanding and ability to turn around failing companies. He was highly respected in the business world and had many friends and colleagues who spoke highly of him. Given his successful career and positive outlook, they found it hard to believe he would take his own life. The circumstances surrounding Park Mo's death were also called into question by several online forums and social media platforms. Some suggested that foul play may have been involved, with rumors circulating that possible business rivals or personal enemies may have been the ones who had the motive to harm him. The case took a bizarre turn when it was revealed that Park Mo had been involved in an ongoing legal battle with a South Korean celebrity over a failed investment deal. The star in question was also facing legal troubles at the time, with allegations of prostitution and embezzlement swirling around him. The connection between Park Mo and Seungri raised further questions about the circumstances of Park Mo's death. Some speculated that the legal battle had become too much for Park Mo to handle, while others suggested that Seungri may have been involved in Park Mo's death. The case has remained unsolved, and many remain confused about what happened to Park Mo. The investigation into his death has been slow and inconclusive, leaving his family, friends, and colleagues with no answers. The mysterious death of Park Mo has highlighted the darker side of the business world, with rumors of corruption, blackmail, and foul play circulating in the aftermath of his death. The third mysterious death we're going to be looking at is the death of Javier Biosca, a cryptocurrency scammer who swindled over 300 investors. At the time, Biosca was being investigated for the most prominent cryptocurrency fraud ever seen in Spain. Javier Biosca's story is one of ambition, deception, and tragedy. He rose from a failed hardware store owner to a notorious and successful crypto scammer. Still, his life ultimately ended when he fell from the 5th floor balcony of a hotel in Estepona, Spain, on a Tuesday on November 22nd. In just over a year, Biosca managed to trick more than 300 high-profile clients, including lawyers, politicians, businessmen, and several Russian, Bulgarian, and Romanian mobsters living in Spain's Andalusia region. He extracted over 100 million euros from investors. Initially, his scheme paid off handsomely, but as the price of Bitcoin began to fall in early 2020 and his automated trading systems began to break down, investors' return dwindled, and staff started complaining about significant delays in the payment of their salaries. In March 2021, several of Biosca's clients filed complaints in the Spanish courts, and a warrant for his arrest was issued on fraud, money laundering, and forgery charges. Spanish police confirmed that every person Biosca lured into his fraudulent scheme lost at least $52,000. Biosca was eventually captured and sentenced to 8 months in jail in July 2021. In March 2022, a mysterious benefactor posted his $1 million bail and he was released. The mysterious death of Javier Biosca continues to be a source of speculation and controversy in Spain. Was it an accident, a suicide, or was it just a gruesome murder that hid behind the shadows? While the official investigation concluded that there was no evidence of foul play, many feel that his death circumstances are too conspicuous and suspicious to be dismissed. With no evidence forthcoming, it's unlikely that the truth about Biosca's death will ever be fully known. The most mysterious death on this list occurred just 2 days later, and it was a man named Tiantian Kullander. The death of Tiantian Kullander, co-founder of the Amber Group, a Hong Kong-based cryptocurrency company, has been shrouded in mystery since it was first reported in September 2021. Kullander's sudden and unexpected death has raised numerous questions, leaving investigators and the public puzzled about the circumstances surrounding his demise. Tiantian Kullander was a Swedish national who co-founded the Amber Group in 2018, quickly becoming a leading cryptocurrency player. But tragically, on September 27, 2021, Kullander was found dead in his apartment in Hong Kong, where he had lived for several years. According to initial reports, his body was discovered by a friend who had become concerned after not hearing from him for several days. The cause of death was not immediately apparent, and an autopsy was ordered to determine the cause. Despite the autopsy, the cause of Kullander's death remains a mystery. The autopsy's results were inconclusive, and the authorities have yet to release any information about his death. This has fueled speculation and conspiracy theories among the public and the cryptocurrency community, with some even suggesting that his death was linked to Amber Group's business dealings. One theory that has gained traction is that Kullander's death resulted from foul play. The reason for this is that the Amber Group is a high-profile player in the cryptocurrency industry, and as such, it has been suggested that Kullander's death could have been linked to the company's activities. Some have speculated that Kullander was targeted by criminal elements within the industry, while others suggested that he may have been the victim of a personal vendetta. Another theory put forward is that Kullander's death resulted from suicide. While this theory has been largely dismissed by those close to Kullander, some have pointed out to this high-stress lifestyle and the pressure of running a successful company as potential factors that may have contributed to his death. Others have pointed to his recent breakup with his partner, which may have left him depressed and vulnerable. Some have even suggested that Kullander's death has been accidental. While this theory is less popular than the other two, some have pointed to Kullander's history of drug use as a potential factor that may have contributed to his death. According to reports, Kullander struggled with drug addiction, and it has been suggested that he may have accidentally overdosed, but many have been quick to dispute these suggestions of an accidental suicide. As we near the end of this dark tale, the truth about the mysterious crypto-related deaths of Nikolai Mushegian, Javier Biosca, Park Mo, and Tiantian Kullander begins to come to light. It's a cautionary tale that should make us all think twice before diving headfirst into crypto. Crypto may have promised a new era of financial freedom and decentralization, but as we've seen in these cases, it has a dark side too. The lack of regulation and accountability in the crypto space has created a breeding ground for fraudsters and scammers who are more than happy to prey on unsuspecting victims.